How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my channel if you're new. We have two special guests today, Ruby and Cody. Hi! Okay, so in this video, we wanted to talk about Parasite from our personal points of view. Me as a Korean, growing up in Korea most of my life. Not most, like half of my life.
And me from Canada, living my whole life there. So just our different perspectives on some interesting things we found out about the movie and like.
Yeah, because actually the movie has a lot of cultural references made in the movie. So I was actually really surprised that international audience received it really well because there are a lot of Korean jokes and Korean cultural, references and context. So
it seems kind of surprising that people would relate to it around the world
so well. Yeah, because I guess the topic is universal, right?
Mm-hmm.
The topic which
inequality.
is inequality is a huge social issue around the world. So I guess people can really relate to that. Still, but there are small things that you might not know, not growing up in Korea or not knowing Korean culture. So we wanted to talk about those. And we are not in any way movie experts or connoisseurs, so
casual movie watchers.
Just know that we're not trying to do any technical review or we're not trying to give you any like movie critiques.
Just some things we found interesting.
Yeah, just personally really interesting, and just I thought it would be great for you guys to know as well. Yeah. So yeah, guys, let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
So Ruby already got fed up.
She got bored.
So she is not here. Okay, so the first thing that we wanted to talk about is Chapaguri. There is a scene where this rich mom calls the poor mom to cook up this ramen dish. And that ramen dish is called Chapaguri.
짜파구리 할 줄 아시죠?
짜파구리?
And in Korean it was Chapaguri, but it was translated into ramdon
In the subtitles.
in the subtitles.
So the people behind the subtitles and Bong Joon-ho, the director, decided to translate it as ramdon instead of using the Korean word chapaguri, because chapaguri is actually two different ramen names smashed together.
A word combining chapaghetti and naguri. So these two ramen. So chapaghetti is a type of ramen. This is black bean noodles. I don't know if you know jjajangmyeon. Jjajangmyeon is the Chinese food in Korea. I'm saying it with quote unquote because it's not really Chinese. Because in Korea, yes. So in China, you can't really find jjajangmyeon, which is black bean noodles. But we call it Chinese food because it's Chinese inspired Korean food actually. So
It's kind of similar to North American Chinese food. A lot of dishes in North America that you can find in Chinese restaurants, they're not real like authentic Chinese dishes that if you go to China you'll find.
Yeah, exactly. So ramen version of that dish, jjajangmyeon. So it's called chapaghetti, and this ramen, like I loved as a kid, and I grew up on this thing. It's not spicy at all. It's sweet and like savory. So, which is why I think people mix it with naguri. This one here. This ramen is just the typical ramen that you guys would think. It's the brothy ramen and it's spicy. Because this is a spicy noodle, I think that's why people kind of start to mix these together. I feel like Korean people love doing that because they love spicy food.
So chapaguri's been around for quite a while, right?
Yeah. But I've never actually had it personally. But a lot of people, I think, eat it this way now. And actually, if you guys know Haek buldak-볶음면, which is another really spicy, actually it's like a stir-fry version, just like this one. This one is saucy, not brothy. So that Haek buldak-볶음면 is another thing that people combine with this chapaghetti. One is like really spicy. I'm sure you guys have seen like challenge videos on YouTube because there are so many people who try to eat it as a challenge. So one interesting thing about the scene in the movie is that the rich mom actually eats these ramens.
Yeah.
Which
We were kind
is-
of surprised about that.
Yeah, I was surprised about that because these ramens are
Lower
like
middle
a
class
symbol for like lower or middle class because they're so cheap. Ramens here are so cheap. It's like
It's like 90 cents.
$1.50.
This was like 90 cents. I think,
90
when we
cents?
started. Yeah.
Wow, yeah. So it's like less than $1. So when like in Korea, when people don't have money, they eat ramen. So it's not something that
You would think a rich person
Yeah.
would be eating
often or anything. Yeah, so I was like, oh, this rich person is eating ramen. That could mean something.
But she had a twist to it.
Yeah, there was a twist. She added steak to the ramen dish. So she added Chapaguri steak dish, I guess.
I think it was like a deliberate choice in the movie to make the point that they eat ramen, but they're still gonna make it high end sort of.
Yeah, so they're different. They're not gonna just eat normal ramen. They're gonna
Yeah.
eat premium ramen. So I thought that was really interesting. I was like, oh, she's eating ramen, but then she's gonna add steak to it, so
Yeah.
it's different. And we are actually going to make the chapaguri today. That's why we have these here. We're not gonna add any steak this time because we don't have any steak right now, and I'm not really eating
Red meat.
beef right now, red meat. So we've never had it, both of us. So we are kind of excited to try this dish because I love chapaguri. It's so good. It's just gonna have a little kick to it. So yeah, should we make it now?
Let's make it.
Yeah, let's make it. Okay guys, so we have chapaguri here. So we just made it. It looks really delicious. Let's try. I know. Whoa! Oh my
First thing.
A few moments later.
Okay, so Cody.
Had to change
So
sweaters.
Cody had
I
to
knew that
change
was a
sweaters.
mistake to wear that.
Yeah, I was actually telling him that. Are you sure you want to wear the?
Well, I
white
thought it would make me
shirt?
more careful.
Hmm.
It was really good. Oh, it's,
So good.
yeah, it's like black bean,
But that's
jajangmyeon,
okay.
but with a little bit
Yeah,
of spice.
a
Oh, I see
little
why
bit.
people like
Honestly, I think I put just a little bit more than half. So we'll continue eating and we'll keep talking about the stuff that we wanted to talk about in the movie. So the second thing that I want to talk about is the Jessica song.
this. Oh,
You
yeah.
guys have heard of that song, right? Do you know how to sing? What to sing?
No, I don't know.
She does like this, and then she has a really poker face. Yeah, and then she says, "제시가 Ding dong.
Is it actually? I was gonna ask you. Is this a Korean thing to do this?
She's doing this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
She's like,
It's like bunny ears. But Is
Yeah.
that a Korean thing?
I don't know why she did this actually. But then she kind of had like the head a little bit tilted, and then she.
I
has
mean, it
a
might
really
just be
poker
like
face.
that's how she remembered it, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's just like a rhythm thing.
Because I can
maybe.
totally picture
Yeah.
like having to memorize something for school, and then in the exam when you're
Yeah.
writing, she's like.
No. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So let's do it again. Like I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do it again?
I don't know how to say it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do it.
Jessica, something.
Something.
Illinois,
Yeah,
Chicago.
Illinois, Chicago. This song is actually Dokdo is our land song. It's a Korean song that I learned when I was really little, and the lyrics actually is about this Dokdo Island, which is the farthest east part of Korea. There is a little island right beside Dokdo called Ulleungdo. Ulleungdo it's bigger, so people live on that island. But Dokdo, like, I think there's only one resident or something, and some like guards. Well, there are some Korean guards living on it,
Military.
but that's it. But it's Japan and Korea have been fighting over that island. It's Korean island.
Disputed island for over
Yeah, it's a
300
disputed
years.
island, and Japan is claiming that it's theirs, but Korea, we know that it's ours. So
That's why there's a
Dokdo
whole
is
song
our
about it.
land. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a whole song about it, and as a kid, I learned that song as a kid. So it's actually, you guys want to hear it? It's the original song. It's Oh, actually, doing this the research about Dokdo song, there is this original song is what I learned as a kid, but there is like a revised version, like a more like a modern version, updated version, and that one is really dancey. So it's kind of funny.
EDM.
But
Dokdo EDM.
Dokdo EDM. But this is the original one.
Sounds very like traditional Korean music. It's an old song, right? Oh,
Yeah, it's
1982.
1982.
So where's the part that Jessica's song comes from?
That first part.
Oh. But this is
Ooh,
she says
dance.
it's quicker.
I don't know. I don't know what their intention was, but I'm sure they also wanted to put that in there to maybe raise awareness around the world, right? About Dokdo. I don't know. That could be their intention too.
And
right?
Chapaguri.
Yeah, and then the modern version. Look how much more dance this is.
Same lyrics, just like dancing.
They actually changed. Parasite is like new. Because it's 이백미, which is like a traditional way to count distance. So you say 울릉도 동남쪽 갓길 따라 200미. This is where she did it. 제시카 외동딸 일리노이 시카고. 와보면은 김진모 그는 네 사촌. Yeah, so that's how she did it. But yeah, it's interesting, right? And when I said like, oh, it's actually Dokdo song, he didn't know. But he just thought that it was just a Jessica song.
I didn't know that was an actual song.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought it was interesting to talk about. Oh, yeah, so like Jessica actually has a whole song written now by Bong Joon-ho, I guess. Wrote out a whole song.
Because it's all about
yes.
memorizing the stuff she needs to lie about, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this song is about her memorizing her identity, her like fake identity, right? And she just picked this song to memorize it easily.
So the next thing we wanted to talk about was the tutoring culture in Korea, and I guess how different it is in North America. So in the movie, both Jessica and her brother from the poorer family, they both get tutoring positions with the rich family for both of their kids. And like I think that's very common in Korea for families to, I guess obviously if they have the money,
hire like a visiting
hire a private tutor to come teach their kids after school in like specific subjects.
That's to help the kid do better in school, like in actual school. But we have like tutors and hagwons actually too. Hagwon is a whole other.
But that would be something like if you. So obviously, if you're really rich, then you'll have the best private tutors.
Oh
right?
yeah, if you're really rich, then you have private tutors that are like very expensive and very good. Yeah, exactly. So I actually had a tutor like that coming into my house when I was little. I had piano tutor that came and taught me, how to play the piano like at our place. I had another tutor that came in to teach me English and like Korean and math and science. In Korea, when I was growing up, it was like a huge thing. Like these visiting teachers, like visiting tutors come and then do like a really quick review. So it was more like a quick session. It was like a very interesting experience actually. As a kid, like I told my mom I wanted to do it because all my friends were doing it. I did not know what I was getting into, and I remember as a kid purposely putting the book somewhere, hitting the book somewhere, and then telling them like, oh, I lost it somewhere, and I don't know, it's like I can't find it, and then the teacher comes and is like, you didn't do anything, but like I was like, no, I lost it. I did everything, but I lost the book. I remember like lying to them.
Really?
Yeah, and then because like I was like, I hate doing this now because I had to do it every day because it was like a really like.
She had to fill out the whole book.
Yeah, whole book.
Wow.
It wasn't like a big book, but it was like thin, but for each subject. I never had painting tutor like Jessica is like a art tutor, right?
Yeah.
in the movie.
Cartoon.
So I never had that, but I went to Hagwon. So Hagwon is like another thing
It's after
about
school
Korean like education culture. So Hagwon is 학교 is school, 학교, and Hagwon is like school, but after school, like supplementary school.
I think that's one of the craziest things.
Yeah.
Compared to North America, like kids here do so much school. So like North America, when I went to elementary
So
school,
much work.
Yeah, when I went to elementary school, I would go in the morning and I'd come home at like 3:30ish, and then I would have a bit of homework. I mean, you get more homework as you get older through high school and stuff, but like elementary school, you just have a bit of homework. But that's it. Like you don't have to do anything else for the rest of the day, really. But
I know, and you just play, do whatever you want.
You just do whatever. But in Korea, like kids are in school for like
The whole day.
10, 12 hours sort of thing sometimes, right? Like it's
So when I was in elementary school, my typical day would be like this.
I would go to school around, I think, maybe 7, 8, and then I would be done by like 2 or 3. I'd go home and have a little snack, and then, because we would always have lunch at school, like in school, right? So, have a little lunch, and then around like 4 or 5, like 5, I would go to like piano school. And that was like my elementary, but then from middle school, I didn't do piano anymore. I had to focus on like academic studies. And I had to go to after school from like 5 to like 10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then I would have dinner there at the
Oh,
school.
really?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
give
Hagwon.
you dinner, or
Like 도시락, which is like a bento box, so we order like as a group.
Wow. Yeah, you'll see. So we live in
That's
kind of like
crazy.
a more suburban area, I guess, and you'll see buses, like school buses,
Yes.
going around
Hagwon,
late at
Hagwon
night,
buses.
dropping kids off, picking kids up. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And these
really
kids
crazy.
are doing that to do like well in school, because public school here is, yeah, it's very hard, but also like to like ace exams and stuff, it's like almost impossible to do it on your own. Like there are kids who would do it on their own, but it's very, very hard because there are kids who are like exceptionally good because they went to really good hagwons, right?
Well, I guess
So-
So the whole reason behind it is schooling in Korea is just
Very
very,
competitive.
very competitive.
Yeah, very competitive. Like
that's
I mean,
why,
that's how
like-
crazy the education culture is here.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's good things about the private tutors, because even as an adult, if I really wanted to learn like piano or learn a skill like photography or whatever, I can very easily find a tutor.
There's a big culture of just constantly learning. So even as adults, there's a lot of opportunities and like schools and stuff to be able to go and like learn different things that you want.
And then the next thing I wanted to talk about is Pangaea. Pangaea is literally means semi-basement, I guess. Like it's in the movie. There's Pangaea. This poor family lives in Pangaea, which has like windows, so you can see outside, but it's like
Half size.
half basement.
Half under.
Yeah, it's literally half basement, semi-basement. So, Pangaea is a very symbolic thing for Korean people. It symbolizes people who have less money, so lower middle class, and people who are trying to make it in the society and trying to like make more money to have a better place. That's kind of how I see it, like people who live in Pangaea. Apparently, the class, the social classes are depicted by how much sunlight they get in the movie. So we read something about that, right? Because like the rich family gets all the sunlight. Like
Big
they have a
windows,
huge windows.
big yard.
Yeah, they have a huge like living room window. That was like so beautiful, right?
Yeah,
Like you
it's
can
really
see
nice.
the garden completely open.
Yeah.
The bunker people don't get any sunlight, so that means they're at the lowest social class, right? In Canada, there is no really Pangaea type of.
There's basement apartments.
There's basement apartments and like basement rental places even within like a house. So you can rent out your
You could
basement.
rent out your basement, yeah. But I had friends in Toronto that would be living in like
A basement.
a basement apartment because they're generally cheaper. They're
So a lot of,
They
I
could
feel
be
like a
nice.
lot of, they could be nice. That's the thing. Like even in Korea, like there are nicer Pangaeas, but that's just
Really
the
varies.
connotation. Do you think people have that connotation around basement apartments as well?
I mean, I guess so. Like if you talk to somebody and they say I live in a basement apartment versus somebody that says like I
I live in a
I
house.
own my house
Mhm.
sort of thing, then obviously the person that owns the house is probably going to be making more money. So, yeah, I don't know if there's as much of a connotation.
So yes, and then the next thing that we wanted to talk about is the universities in Korea. Like we call it SKY, the top 3 universities in Korea, because it's Seoul, S from Seoul National University, and K from Korea University, and Y from Yonsei University. So SKY. And when you ask like high schoolers where they want to go, university-wise, they would say, "I want to go SKY."
It's like the Ivy League, like Ivy League.
So do people say, "Oh, I want to go to an Ivy League school"? Yeah, people.
In North America, yeah. I mean, like in the U.S., there's like Ivy League. In Canada, we don't really have that. I mean, there's schools that are considered
a lot of
better
Canadians
than
go
others.
to like the American Ivy League schools.
Yeah.
Jessica
forges a document saying that she went.
That he goes to, like the brother.
Oh, is it for the? Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was for the brother. Yeah.
Okay, so she forges a document saying that, I guess, the brother goes to
Yonsei.
Well, yeah, he goes to Yonsei University.
Which is one of the top 3, but they translated into
apparently the translators instead of saying Yonsei,
because people are not gonna know.
Yeah, people outside of Korea wouldn't really know what Yonsei is, but I'm sure. I mean, if people said Yonsei University,
but then like if you just grew up in like Canada or US, you wouldn't know.
They wouldn't know the prestige of Yonsei, right? They wouldn't know that it's like considered.
Would they know the name of the university even? Like,
no, but that's what I say. That's what I mean. If they said Yonsei University, the idea would still be there, right?
University.
It's basically forging a document saying that he went to university, right? But they.
But Yonsei University is different.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The prestige of Yonsei wouldn't be there. So
no, that's true.
That's why they said, I think they translated it to Oxford University instead, just to kind of get that idea across that they're making it seem like he's went to like a really good university.
It was funny because the dad looks at the forged document and says, "Oh, is there a forging document major at Seoul National University? Then you would excel at that," or something like that.
One thing I found really interesting about it is they didn't seem to really have like a plan. It just kind of evolved. Oh my god!
That. Yes, but you remember the dad kept saying, "Do you have a plan?"
너는 계획이 다 있구나.
Yeah.
Or the dad kept saying like, "What's your plan?" Or like the family kept saying like, even the Jessica was like, "What is a plan now?" They keep saying plans.
So they do almost have a plan, but we don't ever get exposed to when they actually evacuated. The dad says like the best plan is to have no plan because then nothing can go wrong.
So the next thing that we wanted to mention was this scene in the movie where the 2 guys, so the poor son and his friend are talking in front of this supermarket, like really small convenience store, like a corner store, I think. They're drinking in front of the convenience store.
Yeah, drinking culture is pretty intense here. So I actually read a stat that Koreans per capita are like the heaviest drinkers in the world, which is pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
And soju, which is like a really popular Korean drink, like alcohol, is actually the most highly consumed alcohol in the world. And,
by far.
But yeah, by far. And it's really only consumed in Korea. So it's really crazy.
It's gaining some popularity overseas as well.
Yeah, it is a bit. But
now people know about soju more.
And so and you can also drink anywhere on the street.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to mention. In the scene, they're drinking outside and in front of a store, and that's super like normal and super common here.
So a lot of convenience stores will have like
small tables,
chairs and tables and stuff outside, so like people can go just get food or like drinks or whatever, and then just go sit outside
and let alone how convenience stores have like best like side dishes for drinking.
Yeah. They
have like everything. They have little side dishes for drinking, so you just get snacks like that, and then bottle of soju or like a beer, and then you just sit down and like talk and hang out in front of the store. So okay, so the last thing that we wanted to talk about is what?
how famous and popular the places in the movie are getting, I guess. There's only a few places though,
There's
right?
only a few places. Like we
public
said,
places.
a lot of the movie...
The sets were like built.
Sets
for
were
the
built.
movie.
Yeah, we're not from like a real neighborhood or
So
anything.
wait, which places are actually getting popular?
The convenience store
That's
is actually getting really popular. Apparently, I saw like an interview with the guy, the owner of the supermarket.
Oh, really?
I saw an interview and he was so happy that the
I'm
Parasite
sure.
movie won so many awards. He's like, I couldn't even fall asleep last night, is what he said. Yeah, and another one that's getting really popular is the flight of stairs, like really high flight of stairs where the poor family go down
To go to their home.
to get home after work.
I guess that's almost kind of a metaphor as well.
Yeah,
right? Going
yes,
from
it is.
the rich family's house, which is like high up on a hill, I
High
think,
class.
and then going down the stairs
To get to their house,
home,
which is
low.
yeah, low
That's
class.
why it floods.
But actually, they're making like a Parasite tourism package. You heard that, right?
So one other thing we wanted to mention as well is apparently they're actually making a Parasite TV show with HBO. But I know Bong Joon-ho is involved, so he...
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, and HBO always makes really good stuff, so I'm sure it'll turn out really good.
Oh, I think I heard it could be more about like each character.
But apparently Bong Joon-ho said that when he was writing the story, he had pages and pages of other things he wanted to include.
But then he couldn't.
Yeah, so he has like a much more fleshed out story in his mind, but
which is crazy.
Obviously when you're making a film you have to cut a lot of things, and so I guess a lot of things didn't even get to the point of filming, and then a lot of things got cut out of filming as well, so there's still a lot I think he still wants to tell. So
also another interesting thing was that he apparently didn't have the third family, the bunker family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the story at all.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
And towards the end of writing, he kind of created this third family, and then everything kind of came together.
They clicked. Well, I wonder. Yeah, the story would be very different if they just
Yeah.
cut it off as
That-
getting rid of the maid and then, or like the
Just those
housekeeper.
two.
And
Yeah,
then,
yeah. Because honestly, that third family, it really surprised me. So it shocked me.
Oh yeah.
Shocked me so much. So if that wasn't there, I don't think it would have been the same type of
Yeah, that's true.
suspense even. Because like when they're fighting in the bunker, oh my god. That was so scary.
So one of the other things that apparently Bong Joon-ho said was when he first wrote the script, he first kind of envisioned it as a play actually instead of a movie, and the play would actually be each, I guess the stage would be set like half the poor family's house and half the rich family's house. So
That would be like perfect. Because like most of the story takes
place in the houses.
Yeah, in the houses.
Yeah.
So you don't really have to go out. Like this is like perfect for a play situation.
And then the other thing he said was the original title for the film was Deko Komani, which
Deko Komani.
which is a French word for those like Rorschach
folding.
photos sort of thing, like the paintings that kind of like you fold over and then you have the half and half. Well, I think that was this thing. That's why I wanted to go with that name. Is like these two families are similar in a lot of ways, but also very different as well. But I think Parasite is a really good.
Oh, I think Parasite is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so that's all that we wanted to talk about today, and thank you so much for watching till the end, and we really appreciate it. We had a lot of fun doing this, eating and doing some mukbangs. So yeah, we're very proud and happy that Korean cinema is doing really well these days and getting a lot of traction, and yeah, getting recognized all over the world.
Yeah, and that's I think one of the big reasons we wanted to do this video, just to acknowledge that and like kind of spread the word a bit. So this video is a little bit different than the other videos on Jenny's channel, but we hope you liked it. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, please let us know in the comments.
And if you guys have watched this movie as well, please put in the comments down below what your favorite parts were as well. We would love to hear about them.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys.
And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!